Okay, so sit rep. You saw me frantically take the GoPro off the helmet just now, and I've made it to Kamloops. It's actually the next morning. I had to keep the rain gear on the whole time down the Highway 5, and obviously keep the camera off the helmet for obvious reasons. So it was difficult. It was long. I spent the last hour, just sweating beads inside my rain kit. It was 32 degrees. On and off, just the kind of drizzle that I just didn't want to have my gear all wet and stuff. So I decided to just bear down and get her done and get down here. I'm at the Delta downtown. Kamloops is very nice, super comfortable, great night's sleep. I am kind of mentally, though, running on fumes still, and I'm super excited to have just a couple of days off, or as good as off, basically. So Sheridan Lake was actually on the way down here. I could have went there yesterday, but friends of mine have a cottage over there, and they're actually driving up as we speak, and they're going to meet me there for late afternoon. So the plan is to take advantage of my late checkout here. I can stay until 2 p.m. so I might grab another nap or something. I just came up from breakfast, and take advantage of the scenery. It's a lot nicer outside now than it was yesterday when I drove down. So I'm actually going to use the same road, Highway 5, but on the way up this time to around Clearwater, and then take a left over to Bridge Lake, and then Sheridan Lake, which is right next to there. So I'll be able to show you the really nice road that I was on yesterday. I just couldn't enjoy any of it because I was just in the zone trying to get down here, and tried not to mess up on the bike and get into an accident or something, just like mentally being in survival mode. Like, it just wasn't fun yesterday. But now it's a lot cooler and it's a lot nicer. It's also a lot cooler in Sheridan than it is down here. It's in the 30s, and it's in the mid-20s up in Sheridan. So really excited about that. And I will be spending 24 hours just chilling off the bike, nice lake to paddle on, and I'll show you the sights when I get on the road. So this is me the next morning.
Okay folks, it's the next afternoon, as I said, and we're leaving the hotel. I went to get a full tank of fuel, and I'll be honest, I don't really feel like riding today. I have a bit of a headache. I am medicated. I took some pills, so I should be fine. And I should be also fine because this is just a little hop to Sheridan Lake. It's 158 kilometers from here. It's really not a big deal. This being said, I still have to actually physically do it. And it's a much nicer day today than yesterday afternoon. It is warm, it's 32, but I'm not feeling it right now because we're gonna get moving, and it's dry. It's not humid like it was yesterday afternoon. So there isn't much in the way of clouds and such. The chance for rain is very low. I will pass by a bit of a storm cloud as we go up to almost Clearwater, where I was yesterday, where I stopped for some food, and then we're going to take a left on, I think it's Highway 24, to Sheridan Lake, which is technically the town of Lone Butte. And I'm going to get to show you the road that I wanted to show you yesterday, and then I couldn't because of all of the drizzle. Alright folks, it's conversation time, and it's time to talk about my feelings a little bit. Bear with me. I would love for those of you that have a little bit more experience with this kind of traveling and this kind of road trip to help me out and talk about safety and security a little bit. I'm in Canada right now. I was born and raised in this country. I'm a citizen. I speak the language, most obviously, and I'm at home here. I'm supposed to be at home. This is supposed to be, just like being next door, sort of. I feel conspicuous, and with all the bags on it and everything, the bike attracts attention, and sometimes it attracts attention in a good way. Like, I have somebody walking up to me and say, hey, nice bike, whatever. We strike up a bit of a conversation. Men, women, whatever. When I talk to them and I stand next to the bike, everything's fine. But sometimes, like yesterday, I was very tired mentally. I was debating on whether or not I wanted to take a long short break in that BMW. If you recall, I was looking forward to looking at my phone, looking at maps. Am I gonna hurry up and inhale my hamburger just so I can maybe kind of cut across before the rain comes, or do I wait for the rain to pass and then go after, and so on? And it was a busy parking lot, but I had to park the bike kind of far away from the restaurant and kind of out of my gaze, if you will. And I could see part of the bike, and I could see, you know, two other bikers show up, and we said hi. We, you know, crossed paths in the bathroom, and how's it going and stuff like that. It's all good. But then they started, you know, they light their cigarette, and they're just standing there next to my bike, just arms crossed, chatting, pointing at stuff, and just, they're not touching my stuff, but it's just like, you know. And so I guess what I'm trying to say as I wipe a bug off my helmet visor here, how do you guys feel about that? Are you just kind of live and let live? You know, I'm just gonna take an hour break, whatever happens to the bike, I have insurance, whatever, everything's fine, you know, it's just the equipment, it's just gear. Not everything on here is locked, you know, these bags in the front, they're just clip on, they come right off, and it, you know, my rain gear is in there. It's just in the very moment, I feel like all I own is on this motorcycle, and the bike is my way in and out of wherever I am. If four guys show up on a pickup truck and they want my bike, they're just gonna grab it, you know. I know that doesn't happen very often, but I was tired and I didn't feel that safe yesterday. So how do you feel about that? Like, leave a comment and tell me, because this is a big country, and I am far from home. Like, it's 6,000 kilometers away, pretty much. This is a nice road, and I rode through it yesterday feeling terrible, and now I'm a bit better, and it's a lot nicer to ride. So I just kind of wanted to talk about that today, guys. You know, it was a very short ride, and tell me how you feel. Tell me about your trips. Tell me how you manage safety, and how you make sure that your belongings and your person remain safe at all times. So we've entered Little Fort, and it is very little. The town up ahead is about, 7.5 kilometers from here, and it's got like 4 blocks. Shut off the engine here for a second. It's hot, and this is kind of what I was afraid of, but I knew I had to expect some construction going on. And so far I've escaped the rain. I think we'll be fine. Honestly, even if it drizzles a bit, I'm so hot that I actually wouldn't mind. I just don't want to destroy the camera. Yeah, so we'll just sit here until we can leave. They have one side go and then the next. It is what it is. I mean, only 5 minutes that took, and I think it could have been a lot longer. I'm hoping that's the only one until I get to my turn off. This is just miserable. I learned what it is that they're doing here. So there's a pipeline goes from Alberta, I think, northern Alberta, to the Pacific. I can only assume that that's what this is. And the gentleman at the hotel told me that they're also in a lot of areas taking advantage of that job to turn this highway into a proper dual carriageway situation. Which, according to what I've seen in terms of the traffic here, might not be a bad idea. So, and this pipeline they're digging in, they're not just having it go along the surface, like I've seen elsewhere. They're, yeah, see, so that's that pipeline section over there, and that's a lot of work, and they've been at it for like 150 kilometers. Like, I've seen that all day yesterday, I show you. So, back home, that would take decades and billions of dollars to finish. Hopefully the populace of northeastern BC doesn't have to wait decades and spend billions in tax dollars to finish that. Okay, so mercifully, this is our left turn. I'm just gonna try to not cut in front of this truck and survive. The map says it's pretty twisty, so hopefully it's got some nice turns. I'm gonna, while I wait here, put her in Dynamic Pro and see what happens. Wait for an opportunity to turn here. That goes to Bridge Lake, Sheridan Lake, Lone Butte, and then at the other end it gets to Highway 97, which I will take either tomorrow late afternoon or the next morning. All right, here we go. Highway 24. We're on this for just short of 65 clicks. Steady and rapid climb. We're gonna get to 1,000, I think, elevation. I got a couple of drops of water in the face just now, nothing to worry about. I think we're gonna pass by the rain. And like I said, a light drizzle wouldn't bother me one bit. It's getting cooler, much cooler, down to 28 now. I can feel it in my bones. So far, this is a nice road as we're going up really fast. We're up to 800 now. About 30 kilometers to go so far. Again, this is a fantastic road. I'm being sort of careful with it given where I am and the fact that there's no service. But on a road like this, in Dynamic Pro, the GS turns into as sporty a bike as I think I'll ever need, honestly. Look at this. The BC Lakes. This was a fantastic road. Brilliant. Road surface is excellent. Even if they say it isn't, they want to seal it again, whatever. Highway 24 in Caribou Regional County, I think it's called, in BC. Give it a shot. The whole length of it is probably an hour long. Like, I just spent 65 kilometers on this. There's probably another like 35 to go or something before I get to Highway 97. But that was great. Really what the doctor ordered gave me lots of energy this morning, and the tires are warm, let me tell you. Don't need to worry about any of the tire temperatures here. So we're turning left onto Thomas Point Road for the cottage. I'll show you what it looks like when I get there. Yeah, when it's washboard like this, just go faster. That is the Sheridan Lake. Very nice. I'm still not comfortable shifting, standing up, so whatever. Oh, Christ. Trying to break traction with the back wheel and it's just not happening. Front brake. Look at where you're going. Private road. Well, yes. 87. Yeah, that was it. Alright, now I gotta turn this bitch around. Yep. Alright. This is what she looks like right here. That's the Tesla. All right, goodbye.